Hi guys, and welcome back to Ducky World, where we share insights about education and educational matters. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe and comment on the videos on whatever content you'd like us to talk about. Just have a look through the channel to see what we're doing here, and if you like it, let us know. Drop a comment on things you would like us to touch on in terms of education as well. So in today's video, I felt the need to follow up today's video with what I talked about in my previous one, which was the CBC curriculum. So today we will talk about your role as a parent or a guardian in the CBC curriculum. Now let me start by saying that once this curriculum was implemented, I know a few people who completely lost faith in it and got the children out of it and put them into other curriculums, depending on what they could afford, definitely. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's quite an intense, it's involving for a parent. And with the Kenyan culture, we are bound to wonder if it's gonna work out or it won't. Okay? We have grown up in families where we were sent to boarding in class 4, class 2, class 5, and we did not spend that much time with our parents because some of our parents didn't see the need. Some of our parents just wanted us to have the best, and that was how they thought they could give us the best. So CBC curriculum comes, and you as a parent or a guardian, you're fully involved in your child's education. The question is, how do you support your child through this? There's a number of reasons. I personally think the CBC curriculum is meant to be the way it is, and from a chat I've had with a few people, its main reason for being so much parent oriented, in quotes, is because the government is just trying to make you people spend more time with your children. Some of us send our children to boarding, and yet in class 2, in class 4, you never get to know who your children are. They never get to spend time with you. They never really get to know you because they go to boarding, come home for a month or a week if you or me. Then in the next week they're back for tuition and stuff like that. So CBC is encouraging parents to spend time with their children, which I think is kind of great. Especially if you're a parent who has the time. It might be a bit annoying if you're finding it hard to balance your work and home life, because it's also boarding schools are also a great way to just say, someone is taking care of that, let me take care of this other things. My thinking is it was meant to be the way it is so that you as a parent can be involved as much as you can with your children. Okay. Then this brings me to the question of how is that important to you as a parent? Now, you've already been forced into it. There's nothing you can do at this point. You're making those paper aeroplanes. You're making those recycled dresses. You're making dresses from newspaper. You have been tasked with this job. Now, how can you enjoy and make sure you give your child the most out of it? I think the main reason your main role in this curriculum is to support your child. Now, remember when I talked about the CBC, I mentioned that it's pretty skill-based. It's a skill-based curriculum. There's a lot of skills that children are going to learn from when they're in primary all the way to junior secondary. These skills might help them decide a career path that they would like to take if they go to the university. And assuming they don't go to the university, then these skills can help them set up a business. We have so many successful tailors in this country, by the way. We have so many successful carpenters in this country as well. So these simple skills, and chefs, people have opened their own food delivery companies. So these little skills can actually help your child in the future. But it's not helpful. It will not be that helpful if you do not support it now. That's where you come in as a parent. Now, I remember giving a story, I don't know if it was here, of how one of my cousins, he's a boy by the way, went to school and they learned how to knit with a crochet, that thing. So they learned how to use it in school. And the boy, he's in class 4-5, he was so intrigued that he came home and made an entire jumper with those things. And I was telling my uncle, come on, that's a talent, or rather that's a liking. You can nurture it. He can start selling sweaters as early as now. He can start a piggy bank and sell sweaters and make his own money. So you see, if that parent is proactive, he's going to support that, and this child shall become a big, might end up even starting a big sweater company in the future. You never know. So my point is, your role is to support your child. It's to, as you do these things with them, what do you notice? Do you notice things they like? Do you notice things they don't like? Do you notice things they are talented in? Not necessarily like, but they're also really good at it for their age. Do you notice things that might really be useful to their lives at some point in their lives? And when you notice it, then you're able to support them. If you notice your child is a talented swimmer, then you can actually pay a coach out of the school to train them on swimming. And who knows, one day they might represent Kenya into an international swimming gala. If they're called galas or tournaments, I don't know. If your child is a skilled footballer, who knows, one day they might play for the Kenyan team. If your child is a skilled rugby player, who knows, you never know, one day they might play for the Kenya national team. My point is, the support you give them, what you notice with them at an early age, is you're likely going to nurture that. They're good in the books, then you can nurture that, and maybe in the university they can take up quite an intense unit or an intense course, because they can handle that. They're not so good with books, but they're good with their hands. Then you can see what skills they can learn and become better. Sometimes even apprenticeship, we do not need to go to school to learn these things. If there's an interest in your child, you can attach them to an apprentice. What are they called? A person who can train them how to do to nurture that specific skill, to become better at it. And who knows, that might be what will sustain them in the future. So then your role is basically to support. That's what I've been saying for the last 5 minutes. Your role as a parent is to support your child, is to spend time with your child, to get to know what they like, what they don't like. This will help them define a career path as well. Remember, in the senior secondary school, they're supposed to take career specific subjects. So this will be very handy for you and your child when they get to that stage where they're required to choose subjects that will align them to the career they want. Because all along you've watched them, you've noticed, they really love intersecting frogs. Then you can direct that child to becoming a surgeon or something. They're really not they're really into talking to people and expressing and helping people out. And maybe, you never know, they can become counselors or teachers or psychiatrists. I mean, this country needs a lot of those, by the way. So your role is to support and to nurture the talents and skills you notice in your children. Yeah, that's a short video. That's all I wanted to say. That you play, as a parent or a guardian, you play a really big role in your child's education. And it's not the teaching role, it's actually being there for them, supporting them, giving them the yes, you can do it, giving them the emotional support that they need, giving them the whatever financial support you can give at whatever age, nurturing talents and likes, supporting this as well. And you never know, you might be training the future owner of a Kempiski somewhere, who's gonna make people some delicious recipes and come up with their own. You never know, you might be training the future sergeant somewhere, just because you cultivated some skill, you nurtured those, and you made them what they are, and you will make them what they are. Yep. So that's it for me today. Short video, I promised, and I did it. So if you have any educational questions or suggestions or things you would like us to talk about here, kindly let me know in the comment box, the comment section. Or you can interact with this. I mean, yeah, you can tell us, do you know any other role that the parents play in the children's life? What's your experience with the CBC curriculum so far? I would actually love to hear that one a lot. All right, let me wind it up. I promised a short video, and a short video it is. It's been great talking to you about this, and I hope you can take home one or two things from the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't, and may God bless you. Bye bye.